Hello again, everyone. We are flying through the zodiac, and this is a continuation of the collective reading from the Taurus perspective. So, shout out to my Taurus people. I always wonder if Tauruses are the tourists of the zodiac. Y'all are just flying through here for a short time, not a long time, but a good time, right? So, Taurus, I have a couple of cards here on the table for you. We're looking at the goal, what we need to negotiate with, advice for moving forward, and then what the universe wants to remind you that your superpower is, which is the Eight of Wands, right? So, and then we have the moon behind that and the Three of Swords, the purple heart behind that, right? So, on the other side of this heart activation that we've had since the eclipse, whatever it is that that was, it's almost like downloading in such a way that actually bypasses the subconscious mind. I'm seeing something like that where the moon can sometimes talk to me about like the deepest layer of consciousness, right? I think they call that the id layer of consciousness, like the basically the primal layer, right? Like how you can see on the moon card, most moon cards have all of these different animals, right, that are like instinctively moved by the moon, but it's like the information that you're pulling in, maybe there's something about it that it's like it's bypassing instinct or something like that, and as a result of it, it might be awkward or strange to work with. I don't want to say uncomfortable, I just want to say awkward, because the either the information is different, or the way that you feel about the information, or perhaps even the way the information is coming in is changing. Sorry, I have to cough. I don't know why that happens. Every time I do a reading, I have to do a throat chakra clearing. I might as well do that first before I start, right? God forbid. So that's what we're starting with here, Taurus. We're talking about this Eight of Wands being your superpower, right? And that I almost want to say, I'm assuming that you've always had a really strong Eight of Wands, right? That you've always been able to really kind of pull in the downloads, the uploads, whatever, and process the information. But again, it's like something is changing where the information is coming in differently. Again, it's because of this purple heart, the multipass, whatever, the Three of Swords. But then again, it's bypassing the instinct or something in some type of way that maybe it's like, because of the way it's coming in, it's almost like the instinct is kicking in and saying that you should or should not be doing what it is that you're doing. I don't know. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. So in terms of what the goal is on the table, I have the Page of Pentacles. And this Page of Pentacles, if you can see the face that he, she, they, them, this, that, the third, whatever, the face that they have seems, it reminds me of like a kid that's working on something, that's really excited about it. And it's not just that they're showing mom and dad, but they want to show like their older cousin that they really look up to, right? So it's like they get extra shy about it. And it's kind of like, I have this thing. Do you think it's cool? There's something about that with like the download or whatever it is that you're working on here, that it's like you're genuinely excited about it, but it feels like there's a nervousness. Maybe that's that instinctive energy in terms of like not knowing if it's cool enough or something like that to show off to your favorite older cousin or something like that, where you yourself are really excited about it, but there's an apprehension. I almost want to say imposter syndrome. I was playing with some other cards and my imposter card fell out in the process. And another card that fell out, actually, I realized after I did your shuffle that I had forgotten to put the Empress back in the deck. And I want to say that that's part of the reading, is that it's like, you've forgotten your Empress, which, if this is going back to the last reading, right, it's about the ability to adapt and play different roles and things like that. But I almost feel like it's slightly different here in terms of it's coming back to this Page of Pentacles energy, where it seems like the page here is concerned about some sort of imposter syndrome type of energy, right? Where it's like they don't know if it's good enough yet. But there's something about the Empress card that I almost want to say that it's like, maybe there's something too easy about it. Is that an aspect of it? That whatever's coming up is almost coming too easily, and maybe that's what's kicking in the instinct where it's like, oh, things shouldn't be this easy, but it's like, are you forgetting that you're the empress and that things come pretty easily for the empress in terms of generating or something like that? That's really what I want to say about this. And what needs to be negotiated with here is the Two of Pentacles, right? So we're downloading this pentacle, or this pentacle's been downloaded and you're ready to share it. But I'm not exactly getting apprehension, but it's almost like over perfecting, because in terms of like the way that he's manipulating these pentacles here, I'm seeing somebody try to put it in a tidy box, right? Where I'm getting a visual of somebody that's wrapping up a birthday gift or a Christmas gift for somebody, and you're just not pleased with the quality of your wrapping, if that makes sense, where it's like, it's not even about the gift. It's about the actual wrapping paper, and the bow itself is like frustrating you or something. So the presentation of it, perhaps it's an aspect of the presentation of it is the thing that could be clunky. But again, it's like you're forgetting that you're the empress, where, you know, it's kind of giving me the energy of like, you know, name a classic empress figure, where it's like we typically think of them in all of this glamour and all of this packaging, right? But it's like, chances are that same empress could step out with no makeup and nothing but a white t-shirt and jeans and still be the empress, right? So there's something about that where it's like the packaging is not as important as what's in the box. And what's in the box, I think, is profound, but it might be, again, because of the fact that it's circumnavigating this instinct or whatever it is, and it's coming from this purple heart, which is new. Maybe there's something about it that's just like a different flavor of energy than anything you've done before, to a degree. So it could be an aspect of like, is this even going to make sense in terms, like, I'm thinking of somebody that's, maybe they own a brick and mortar store, right? And they have a particular type of inventory that they keep a stock of, and everything merchandises together really nicely. And then there's this other thing that just caught your interest that you want to incorporate into the store, but it's like not, it's like radically, it's a departure, let's say. It's a departure from the other things. But in the same respect, it's like, even though it defies the norm and it defies convention, it still makes sense. And it's like coming back to this empress energy, it's like you it can be whatever it is that you want it to be. And this is just going back to other readings. Was it a reading I just posted now, the trailblazing energy? Who was that? Was that Aries? That might have been the Aries reading about trailblazing. Or maybe it was the collective, where, yeah, it was the collective, where we're moving into a new space right now where a lot of us are trailblazing in such a way that we're doing things that haven't been done before, so there's no guru, right? And I think a lot of us are kind of synthesizing all different weird fringe things and turning them into one business or one book or one idea or one whatever, one channel. And that's effectively what I'm seeing with this star energy, right? So I'm loving that the star and the Two of Pentacles are both gesturing in a very similar way. See how they're like holding their hands out like this? And the Two of Pentacles, like I was saying, what we're kind of feeling some resistance with is really focused on the packaging of it. So really kind of fussing and trying hard to make it be a particular thing. And I feel like the star is saying, just release it, right? There's something about the star is naked, right? So it's almost like no packaging. Just like forget about it. Forget about all of whatever that is. Maybe not forget about it, but don't overthink it. Just like release it, whatever it is. That it's again coming back to that Empress energy, where it's like you're forgetting that you're the Empress, right? Where it's like, I'm thinking of somebody that has the magnitude of like a Rihanna or a Beyonce kind of character. Again, don't shoot the messenger. We're just using metaphors here, right? It's like, I'm sure Beyonce could drop an album tomorrow that has no album art, no promo, no nothing. How many times has she done it? She don't promote nothing and it still goes to number one. You know what I mean? That's what this is giving me, is that it's like, you're forgetting that you're Beyonce. No tea, no shade. But it's like, you know, we all have that moment, right? Every day when I go to sleep, I say, I can't believe I forgot that I'm Beyonce, right? So it is what it is. But, and if you need another metaphor because you don't like her, whatever, don't send the beehive after me. But you guys, you know what I'm saying. We have a lot of gifts, but we also still seem to have a degree of imposter syndrome no matter how great we are. So it's just a matter of transcending that. And because again, it's like with the Page of Pentacles, it's like it seems like you're very excited about it. Again, I'm getting that like nervous kid energy of like you're so excited about it that you're nervous, but it's like your favorite thing. And again, I'm seeing that energy of like somebody showing something to like their big brother or their big sister or their big cousin, that one that like, you know, makes them that they care about the most. Like they don't really care what mom and dad think because they know mom and dad are going to say it's great, but like their cousin they know is like cool. So they're like really excited about that. That's the energy that I'm getting from this. And let's see what else is coming out. Ooh. Okay, so overall it says, I am receptive, I'm open to new ideas, and I'm willing to try different methods and consider alternative viewpoints. I welcome intellectual stimulation. I am receptive. Obviously, you're receptive if your superpower is the Eight of Wands because you're downloading, uploading like crazy. But in terms of open to trying new ideas, willing to try different methods, it's like, I don't think this packaging thing is a new idea. I think the problem with it is that the packaging thing is conventional, right? It's something about like, well, this is how it was done in the past, so I need to do that. And it's like the square peg is just not fitting into the round hole because we're not working with round holes anymore. It's square pegs and square holes or something like that. And then underneath the Page of Pentacles, I got the security card, right? So again, it's like this definitely feels like it's locked in terms of, I don't want to say being perfected, right? Because everything is always evolving, but it's like it's tight. Whatever it is, it's tight. Then underneath the Two of Pentacles, it says, my body always lets me know what it needs, right? So this is just telling me that it's like, if you're experiencing some kind of frustration or resistance around the packaging aspect, it's because it's obsolete or it's overkill or something like that. And then the clarifier for the star was, I am worry free. I release worry over things I cannot control. Instead, I choose to focus on things that are pleasing to me. When I release worry, I allow room for solutions to enter my life. I am worry free. So again, things you can't control, right? The square peg just does not fit into the round hole. It just is what it is. But what also seems to be out of the jurisdiction of the word control might be this idea in general, right? Like maybe there is something just so big that maybe it is actually um, beyond anything that can be tamed. Maybe it's like this thing just has to be what it is, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't matter how much lipstick you put on it, it's always going to be that thing. So I hope that that was helpful, Taurus. Um, keep on keeping on. There's no extended for this, but if you're interested in an extended of your own, you'll find all of that information in the description box below. And I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.